What's going on? We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is, man. We grinding on that smooth boxing tip. All right, man. Getting ready to wind down tonight. One more boxing video after this one. Gonna hit y'all with a couple off-topic boxing videos as well. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Now, been talking about this the last couple week or two. Now, I just made it into video format on live streams to give it its own label and subject and all that matter and all that stuff as well. You know, the fairy tale of Triple G being the most feared welterweight and, you know, being the most perfectly match made middleweight, most feared middleweight, on that one. You know, and let's talk about it, man. People say, well, Triple G had promotional issues, but for one thing I did notice in his resume, he never missed a year fighting since he turned pro. I think he turned pro 2006. He didn't miss a fight. Then somebody told him, well, he was trying to fight Felix Sturm. And during that time, he was trying to fight Felix Sturm. That's the fight he was trying to get in Germany, I think it was. Could have fought Arthur Abraham. Arthur Abraham was one of the most feared middleweights at the time. A lot of guys didn't want to fight him. But he didn't chase Arthur Abraham neither. You know, Arthur Abraham proceeded to move up to the Super 168-pound super middleweight tournament. And what I'm trying to say here is Triple G made a very, very careful effort to come over to the middleweight division after all the smoke cleared. Because he was pro while Bernard and Jermaine Taylor fought. Remember, he was a silver medalist. You know, he was pro. So then Taylor had it, lost it to Pavlik. Pavlik lost it to Martinez. But Triple G came in at the right time. As soon as Martinez beat Chavez Jr. and fought Martin Murray on one leg, he came in and started beating his chest saying, I want Martinez. I want Martinez. After Martinez had a long layoff, a knee injury, and people were saying, oh, he ducking Martinez. Martinez ducking Triple G. How's Martinez ducking Triple G when he was putting in his short reign? He was ducked at 54 by multiple fighters. Paul Williams stepped up. He knocked Paul Williams out, beat Pavlik at 160, beat Paul Williams again, knocked him out at 160. Well, actually, he lost to Paul Williams the first time, you know. Then he avenged that loss after he beat Pavlik and knocked out Paul Williams in an early knockout. Then he proceeded to fight Macklin, Darren Barker, guys like that, while Chavez Jr. prepared and was ducking him, prepared to fight him and still lost, but he came in as a cruiserweight and took Martinez prime, all right? After all that happened, after Martinez was looking and fighting for an opponent, and he wasn't even a real middleweight, by the way, he was taking on all comers, but Triple G came marching over after Martinez had one knee. Only when Martinez was handicapped, then Triple G came over to America when the coast was clear in the middleweight division. When the coast was clear, apparently he was supposed to fight Pirog, who had back issues. And that's the fight HBO was trying to set up, from what I understand, or what I hear. But the thing about it is, after Pirog beat Danny Jacobs, he had some subpar performances as well. He wasn't a hot shot at middleweight, and he wasn't looking to fight Sergio Martinez either. He took his belt and ran over back to his home country. All right? Now he's in politics. So all of a sudden, you know, Team Triple G and Abel Sanchez and Tom Loeffler saying he's the most ducked middleweight, says that he fight anybody from 54 to 175 pounds. They changed it to 168, saying how he knocked out Kovalev and sparring. They were selling all this fear, all right? All this fear they were selling. And, you know, they saying ain't nobody want to fight him, whoop, whoop, whoop. And Colossal Sports TV interviewed Peter Quillen. Peter Quillen, they tried to offer him $500,000. And what really came out is that fact that Triple G wasn't a feared middleweight. Wasn't nobody scared to fight Triple G. They were lowballing people to fight Triple G. They were offering people way below market value to fight Triple G. And Peter Quillen made $1 million fighting Winky Wright. He said to Colossal Sports TV, why would I make $500K to fight Triple G when I can make $1 million versus Winky Wright? They were lowballing people, creating this fear. You know, oh, see, they didn't want to fight us, then they ducked us. Nobody was ever ducking Triple G. They wasn't being compensated. You know? And when you are a real feared fighter, like Paul Williams, like Sergio Martinez, you move up. When you're not getting the fights that you want, you move up. You seek out the better competition. Even if you're too small, because Martinez was too small. He still moved up and fought bigger guys at 160. Paul Williams, when they didn't, Pacquiao, Mayweather, and all of them didn't want to fight him, he moved up to 154 to 160. Okay? That's just the way it is. When you ducked and you older, you get in your 30s and you ain't getting the fights that you should get, you move up. But did Triple G want to move up? No. He said he was too small for Andre Ward and offered him a catch weight. But in the same breath, turns around and says, no catch weight for Canelo Alvarez. He got to come up to 160. You know? Or I move up for Chavez Jr. and Carl Froch at 168, but not Andre Ward. They were never confident in Triple G. They were never confident that he was really elite. It was all about the money for Triple G. That's what it's about. It was never about Undisputed. It was never about Bernard Hopkins' title defense record, which was a sham because he was counting the regular WBA title or the interim title as a title defenses. It was never about that. For Triple G, it was all about money. It was all about money. He didn't care about being undisputed. Because if he did, he would have beat Derevchenko if he's as good as y'all say he is. He didn't want to fight Derevchenko. He didn't want to fight any threat to mess up that Canelo Alvarez payday. That was his retirement money, Canelo Alvarez. And you could tell that they're suiting up, booting up for his retirement. Tom Loeffler started his own company, 360 Promotions. Abel Sanchez got some young fighters like Ryan Martin, now getting Joe Joyce, get some other fighters. They gearing up for life after Triple G. They ready to cash him out real quick. If he beats Canelo or loses, he'll move up, drop his belt, not fight Charlo. Remember, this is a feared man. Guys that's the most feared don't duck nobody. They don't drop 2 belts. Because he dropped the IBF, he gonna drop the WBC belt, not to fight Jamal Charlo. That's why Jamal Charlo is electing to stay as the interim title, because they already know the winner of Triple G Canelo won't fight him. They will drop that belt. We get to Canelo in the next boxing video. You feel me? They already know that. He already communicated this. That's why Jamal just hanging on tight. He knows he's going to be handed the belt regardless. And for Golovkin, like I said, feared men don't drop and vacate belts. You know what I'm saying? Feared men don't sit around and wait around for fights. If they really, really good in their prime, they going to move up and get the fights. So Pacquiao did it. Mayweather did it. Pernell Whitaker did it. Chavez Sr. did it. Oscar De La Hoya did it. Trinidad did it. Leonard did it. Hearns did it. Duran did it. Those are great fighters. They all moved up multiple weight classes. And people say, well, Marvin Hagler didn't do it. Well, he's the exception to the rule. But Marvin Hagler had great fights. Hearns, Leonard, Duran, Mugabe. He had great fights. So he didn't have to go looking for great fights. And on top of that, 168 pound wasn't what it is today. It was a dominant European division that he probably had no interest in going over there and fighting. I don't know. Have to ask him. And even the guy they say Hagler ducked, Mike McCullum, you had him. Triple G didn't have that circumstance because he strategically waited to the right time to come over to America and stake his claim to be the best middleweight. That was timing. That was educated. That was calculated. You know, now all of a sudden that middleweight is getting deeper and getting thicker. Now he wants to move up and fight James DeGale. Drop his WC belt. Drop his belts if he win or lose versus Canelo. Or drop his belts. He want to go fight another guy that dropped his belts. He wasn't trying to fight DeGale when he looked good when he first got that IBF. No. You know, he wasn't trying to go up there and fight Benavidez. No. He's not trying to go up there and fight the Grove Colin Smith winner. No. He wanted to go fight James DeGale, a guy that's on one leg, legitimately. And that's why you got to do your own research to understand. Some people might not like the video. I just kept it a buck. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know how we get down. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, the link for the new Raw and Uncut podcast is in the description as well. S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. We talk college football, basketball. That channel link's in the description. Shout out to the Super Chats if you want to donate. You can donate while we go live or check out the PayPal link in the description. Shout out to the PayPal donators and shout out to the Super Chat donators, man. Most definitely needed to be able to create this content and really venture off and do other big things. So much blessings to you brothers out there. Don't forget, share this. You can screenshot this, screen record this, put it on Instagram, wherever. You can share the videos, share the links, subscribe, hit the bell icon, won't miss another video. One time for the one time. Shout out to the LDBC. We gone.